Sorry. I have the sniffles still. I'm not going to lie. I was supposed to play Needy Streamer Overload today, but by the time that I finished setting up, I think we'd only have like 30 minutes to play. So I'd rather actually have like time to dedicate it to a stream. So Sunday's stream has been swapped with today's stream so that I can do this. And then, I don't know, man. I think the members only exercise is just gonna have to straight be canceled, which sucks because I like always end up canceling exercise streams. I think it's the demons. They speak to me and they say, Vynn, don't you dare exercise. Don't you dare. But in reality, I actually, because, okay, let's talk about what I did today. As we know, I died for 2 days. I went to sleep on Wednesday morning and I didn't really get up until Thursday night. I think on Wednesday I actually got up for a grand total of an hour. And then on Thursday, early in the morning, I managed to get up for a grand total of 4 hours to try to do some art for the members only to say, fuck it. Hello, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Have you eaten today? Are you doing okay? You feeling okay? Is it hot where you are? Yeah, so I spent a lot of time sleeping. And then I woke up and went to work, and then today came and I was like completely overwhelmed. On days where I'm not streaming, I do generally try to do things. So all the things that I'm supposed to be doing on my day off, just kaput. Not day off from streaming, because obviously I don't really need a day off from you guys, but it was my day off of work, and I figured if I didn't have work, I could time max by just not streaming and then pouring all of it into working on the ASMR. But that didn't really work so well because I was it was so bad I don't think I had any dreams, actually. Yep, good morning. Good morning. I have not just woken up. I've been awake for quite a while now. At least like an hour or so. Yeah, so I went to work. My work day was annoying, predictably. And then I came home and I I gave myself an hour to shower and feed my cats and stuff because they were meowing pretty something fierce. Just like if cats could say curse words and stuff, they definitely said some not very pleasant things for me. I was, you dumb hoe, you didn't feed me. Absolutely terrible things were said by my cat that day, and too bad I didn't pick up any of it because I don't speak meow. And then I'm trying to think, goodness. And then I started recording pretty much immediately, and by the time that I finished getting a solid recording, by the way, on the topic of trying to get my audio fixed, I didn't really get it fixed, but I found out that if I set my mic settings low enough, it won't pick up the background audio so much. Hello! Hi, how are you doing? Hello. Welcome. Have you eaten? Did you have a good day today? Make sure to drink some water, too. I basically found out that, what did I find out? Silly. Oh, right. By the time I finished my recording, it was already like 8 or something in the morning. So I figured out that there was just like not gonna be, oh wait, yeah, no. I figured out that I could turn the audio down enough that the background audio is not so loud, And then basically you get only my voice. But the consequence of this is that you don't hear my voice very well, so I had to turn it up in post. And it still didn't, it wasn't like a foolproof thing. So at some points in the audio, it's still like really obvious that there's like room sound, which is really bad for an Alice in Wonderland themed audio, where I want to say that like the listeners outside for a solid half of the audio when I was recording it. So you're not supposed to be hearing room sounds. Right. I contemplated floating re-recording it, but it was honestly the best recording I had done for it. As you know, I don't really make scripts, but I do have a general idea of how this script was going to go from the synopsis I made you. But yeah, I went back and I started cutting out all the extraneous sound from post, and then trying to supplement it with like different background sound. I hope that makes sense. Like, if you listen to my audio when I stop talking, there is background sound of my room. Oh, there may be like some birds chirping. And to cut out all sound behind a recording when a person is speaking, it sounds very weird because everything has a sound. I think I've explained this before. Everything has a sound. And so if I were to just leave it and just have like forest sounds in the background, it would sound really weird because there would be no echo of like my breathing or anything. At least it sounds weird to me. So I've been trying to inject sound into it, but it's very slow. It's very tedious. I actually used to do it with all my old videos, which is why they were spaced out the way that they were, because I would record them and then it would take another 5 days pretty much to try to cut out all the sound. And specifically, where do you post from? Because these upload times are egregious. I'm like in the United States. I live in Central Time, and my normal uploads are at 3. These upload times are egregious. Is really funny. I upload at 3 p.m. at my time. That's like the most standard time for me, because if I do it in the morning, then you're probably not gonna get it. I'm not gonna lie. The members only, that's something, the XP thing is something you have to turn off, I found. I have it turned off so that I can't see it apparently, but it just shows who's the top chatter at any time. And I find it pretty useless because I'm not going to base you or judge you based off of how much you talk to me. However, I can't turn it off for you. So, yeah, it's really dumb. And why am I number 3? Quite a couple of lurkers. Not a lot of chatters today. To be fair, this stream started like 10 minutes ago. And yeah, have fun. As I was saying, yeah, so what was I saying? Right. My old uploads used to be very sporadic. If you want to talk about upload schedules, I used to just randomly drop an ASMR on a random weekday. I'd just be like, yeah, bam, ASMR. Because it would take so long. And more specifically, when I was originally editing ASMR, I used to try to filter out my breathing sounds. If you guys don't know, I have like a pretty severe lung condition that is akin to asthma, but a little bit worse because it's also kind of like COPD. The beginning stages of what asthma devolving into COPD would look like, probably. And as a result, my breathing is very egregiously loud and heavy. Even if I breathe through my nose, I have to take very, very deep breaths at any given time. And especially when I'm talking, if I talk too much in a sentence, which I pretty much always do, I use all of my breath and I basically have to reload. It's like reloading your gun in a shoot 'em. And now that I've said it, you're not gonna unhear the deep, intense breaths that I take. And so my old videos were edited to not hear my breaths. If you go back to some of the most original ASMR, you'll notice that there's like pause, talk, pause, talk, pause. It's very, very annoying to edit. The result of that is that editing is also very slow. And so I'm like 4 minutes into editing it. I edited it for like almost a full shift today, and it is still 4 minutes in. I got home and I recorded it until 8. I edited it, and then I said I had to go to the store because I do. Sorry, I'm here. I'm not late, trust. No, you're okay. I was late, actually. I was late, and I'm not even supposed to be streaming this. So, but if you kept up with the saga, you'll know that it's just not feasible for me to stream Needy Streamer Overload today. I'm sorry. But yeah, I edited it, and then I paused editing for 1 hour because I was like, oh, well, I already had to go to the store, but I needed a new cord. I was getting like some issues with my cord, which happens when you have cats. That was a moment of silence for all my cords, which keep dying, to my cats, who keep trying to kill it. You know what? They should start making cords look like cucumbers or snakes so that cats leave them the fuck alone. Just saying. But yeah, my cat was, I'm guessing, chewing or cutting on my cord. I had to go get another cord, and I was like, yeah, I won't be able to like stream or record because it was my microphone cord without it. Which I do still have to like re-record background sounds and stuff. Some of the stuff I get, rest in peace. Yeah, my poor cables. I have a cable graveyard sitting in my house. I have like 12 extraneous cables that they sort of kind of work. And okay, finally made a stream. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon. Have you eaten? Did you have a good day today? That goes for you too. Have you eaten? And are you having a good day today? But basically, okay, it's come in clutch so many times, so I don't want to say that it's stupid and hoarding behavior, but it probably is hoarding behavior. I keep all my cords if so long as they work when you put them in a specific position. So every cord that like sort of kind of maybe works if you tilt it to the right angle and then do the jig and then also do the Texas two-step. I keep them in my house because interesting business idea. I feel like it would work. But I keep all of my half-working cords in my house because I guarantee you when my cats decide that they want to kill my cord, they kill it. I called out of work to stay in bed, so the day was perfect. That does sound like a good day, I'm not gonna lie. Hate work, love rest. Denied. Boss denied. Bro, those cords gotta rest too. No! They are going to work until they die. They come in useful until they die. Anyways, yeah, so they're good they're good backup cords, and they're also good, how do you say, swap out cords. If I don't care about the quality of something when I'm using them, they're good like throwaway cords. So for example, I have like 4 phone cords that sort of kind of maybe work. And anytime somebody's like, hey Vynn, can I borrow your phone cord? Sure. In true asshole fashion, I give them one that sort of kind of maybe works. And I'm like, it only works if you fiddle with it. But guess what? I don't care if they break it. Duh. Say, it's such a useful strategy. it's cord maxing. You guys aren't cord maxing to your full potential. Let the cords go. What do you mean 12? 13 if you count the Ethernet cable I've never used. I've one, that one's red. 2, that one's yellow. 3, that one's white. I have 3. 15 if you count the Ethernet cables I don't use. As a person who works with low voltage cabling in data centers, this hurts me. Shh, shh, shh. I have normal cables for most days, but I just have cats, and if the cats kill my cords, then low voltage cables it is. Shh. Not everything needs to be up to 2025 standards. The year is 1965, and all my cables are jerry rigged, you know. It's okay. It's held together with a piece of gum and like twist ties. It's alright. Anyway, so I had to go get another cable because obviously I do care about the quality of my streams and my ASMR recordings, especially if I'm going to get background sound. Which, if you guys didn't know, some of the background sound is me. And for some audios, it's very obvious that it's me. Like, I think for one audio, I had to be the sound of the TV in the background. And I was just in the background going... And it was like fucking 5-minute recording of me just... I need you to understand how truly stupid I felt in that moment. That was peak dumb troll behavior, you know. I really felt like I was at the bottom rungs of society in that moment. It was very dumb. And other times it sounds like, hold on. Or something like, little sounds. And if I can catch real sound instead of doing a special effect sound, I will. Hello, welcome. Have you eaten? Are you doing alright today? How are you? Yeah, I turned into the Charlie Brown parents, but I had to do it in a bunch of different like tones and enunciations. The background noise is going wild. Yeah. So I do a lot of the background sounds manually. And if I can catch it manually, I'll try to catch it manually. So usually the kids in the background are the kids in my neighborhood, which you may be thinking, Ventral, why would you do that? What if they just randomly yell out their location? Then those would be some stupid fucking kids, bro. What are you talking about? Dumbass kids. The fuck? In fact, they're back there screaming right now. I missed you. I missed you guys too. Unfortunately, I caught the plague and then the plague caught me. Or the sounds of door opening and closing is usually manually recorded by me. Or footsteps is recorded by me. Kids don't know their current location, to be honest. I mean, I feel like back in my day, no. Anyways, back in my day, we did actually have to know our or the odd Discord noises. The Discord noises aren't always on purpose. I just imagine Vynn peeking out the door with the microphone. That's exactly what happens. And you know what makes it worse? I can't be bothered to put on a fucking shirt. So I'll like look out the door, make sure there's no one around, stick my head out so you record the sounds of the door outside, and then like put my head back in and shut the door really loudly. Cause like, I don't have on a shirt. And okay, listen, maybe if I was flat, not having on a shirt would never be a problem. But I got bazooka. And I'm not trying to catch a case, man. Oh God, no! It's too hot for shirts. Shirts are myths. Shirts are illusions. I do that like fairly frequently, ironically. I can't be bothered to put on anything more than like a shirt, or not a shirt, but a bra and some shorts. So you would, the amount of non-zero times in a week where I'll open my door, stick my head out, and pray that nobody is out there to see me in my bra and shorts. Too many times to count. W methods. Dude, I'm not gonna put on a fucking whole attire just to open my door and close it 5 seconds later. What what are y'all talking about? That doesn't even seem logical. And if the police show up, at least my nipples weren't out. Shit. Damn. Anyways. Yeah, so a lot of the sounds are gotten practically if I can. Even like running water and stuff is usually gotten practically. Some things I do interject though, like rain and thunder, can't get it. The sounds of car starting, I'm not gonna go all the way out to the car gang. It's just not. I have to go downstairs and everything. I gotta be dressed for that. Some guy in California actually got the plague, like the plague. Oh shit, that's gonna be me next. I catch every disease known to man. There's just a neighbor with a telescope gooning to the half naked Mike catches. Impossible, actually, genuinely. I'm gonna be so honest. I have my building is faced in such a weird way that nothing faces my building. Like, you can't see my apartment unless you're walking past it. It's like slotted inside of an area. So you have to be actively walking past my apartment to catch me, which is why I'm so confident doing it. If I thought for a second that there would be a real risk of my neighbors or my neighbors' children seeing me, I would be like I would not do it. But it's a 0% chance, actually. It also helps that my apartment is heavily obscured by like a thick tree, a very thick like bunch of leaves and stuff that practically grow into the side of my apartment. But I don't really feel like complaining because, as I said, it obscures my apartment heavily. So you have to, exactly, to catch me, be walking past my apartment and be damn near in front of it to see me. And then, just to be on the safe side, I also turn off the light. So it's not obvious. She does it because she isn't gonna get caught. Crazy. Exactly. Is that tree related to you? I like the tree. I love trees. Bro lives no. Nah, I just live in a standard apartment complex. Why don't you just use YouTube sounds? I feel like they sound unrealistic. I'm not gonna be honest with you. Like, you'll hear I'll look for like door creaking audio and it'll be like what the fuck? What door is making a slow creak sound? Are we in a fucking horror movie? Open the door normally, you dumbass. I used to use a lot of interjected sounds, but they just sound very fake. If I really, really, really have to interject a sound that I cannot get, I'm getting it from TikTok. And I think I've done it before where I accidentally left in a TikTok like doo-doo-doo. It was the video on the country girl, actually, and I needed horses galloping because, well, I don't have horses. I live in an apartment complex. Where am I gonna get a horse from, Chad? What? You didn't expect me to go all the way to there ain't even no farms. Damn, I'd have to drive like 2 miles, not 2 miles. I have to drive like 2 hours out of the way to find the nearest horse. So, I'm like in a city, bro. So I had to get the galloping sounds from TikTok, and then I thought I had cut it out, but I guess I cut it out for the first galloping sound audio and not for the second one. And then you just hear the TikTok sound, and somebody was like, "Oh, the TikTok sound, it's so funny. It's so funny." And I was like, "Oh shit, I tried to vet my audio a little bit better, which ultimately did not happen because I think like a couple of audios after that, there was also an incident where the channel members heard a Discord sound, and I was like, fuck! And I had to go back and delete the audio and re-edit that out. You wouldn't do it for us? Drive 2 hours to get horse sounds? I can't tell you how much I hate the smell of horses. I love you guys, but horses make me nervous. I think I've talked about it before. I actually really dislike horses because I think they're assholes. People are like, I don't know why donkeys are such assholes, because horses are assholes, bro. Donkey has no choice. Yeah, so I'll get the sounds practically wherever I can. Tapping, walking, bags crinkling, like the sound of you getting whacked. I'll like hit myself just to get the slap sound, you know. Guys, I'm not a masochist. I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak. I'm not a masochist. I'm not a freak. I'm not a masochist. Just shh. I just need to get sometimes I just need to get the slapping audio, and all I can do is slap myself. It's okay. It's okay. My fault. Shh. It's normal behavior. But yeah, so for the most part, a lot of the audios are gotten naturally, but there are just some sounds I can't get naturally. I think I know that I can get the sound telling lies, telling truths, spitting facts, no printer. Yeah, so for example, the bird sounds I want to get tomorrow morning, because if I come home between the hours of 6:30 and 7 o'clock, the birds outside my house are really fucking loud. They're like cheep, 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 cheep. Apparently they're doves. They're brown doves. And I didn't know doves came in brown, but I have doves outside my house, and they're very fucking loud. And something nobody tells you about doves is that they don't shut their bitch asses up for the first 4 hours of the day, I feel like. But yeah, so I'm hoping to interject. I'll like sit the microphone near the window and get the sounds of like cheep, 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 cheep. If not, I'll just stimulate my cat until it starts chirping. That sounded wrong. I will play bird videos for my cat until my cat starts chirping. How do you feel about the horse anime that's been popping off recently? I mean, let people enjoy what they enjoy. I'm not enjoying it, though. They're enabled to. The birds? Nah, shut your bitch ass up. Excuse me, I live here. One day I came home and I got this really creepy picture after like the rain of like 12 birds sitting in front of my door, and I was like, that's ominous. And they just didn't leave when I stepped on the steps. Like, I had to step up a couple of steps to get them to walk or fly away. The Council of Birds was deciding my fate, and I don't know if I passed the vibe check or not, guys. Anyways, so yeah. And then around 9 or 10, I decided I needed to go to the store. And as you can hear, I definitely got a new cable. I went to the store at 10 and got back home about 11. If y'all thought I was gonna leave my house and be at the store for hours, y'all were delusional. I won't leave my house for shit. Adding that to the spitting back, no printer. No, just so lame. I felt stupid after saying that, not gonna lie. It took me a lot of effort to be at the store for an hour, because I kind of wanted to go in and just never, just leave immediately. I walked in the store and I was like, I gotta leave. I hate being in the store. It's so, the anxiety is so bad. I bumped into like 3 people. Shane Dawson on statement. What are you talking about? I've never seen a Shane Dawson video in my life, really. Not joking. I'm so genuine. I don't watch whatever he makes. I don't watch that. I know that. You know what? I mainly watch gaming content. And I don't even really have time for that anymore. I guess the most prevalent type of content I consume at this time is audiobooks. You okay? Yeah. It's just I don't have the time. I genuinely don't have the time. Because the average Vynn day, I end a work day at 6, for example. And then I'll get home and I'll maybe try to sneak in an hour or two of sleep. And then usually I set my first stream to be at 7 or 8 in the morning. Or if not 10, because I'm hoping that by setting it that late, I can still get some sleep, but I won't oversleep like I do if I set it later in the mornings. And then in between streams, I try not to go back to sleep because I'll oversleep, but I still end up oversleeping sometimes. So it's not an efficient system. But I try not to fall back asleep because if I get tired, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm not gonna do it. So I spend that time trying to research for audios or engaging with my friends' streams or trying to do art. Most of the time I do art while engaging with my friends' streams. So you'll see me around and you'll be like, oh my gosh, Vynn, and it's because I'm doing art usually. Then I'll have my second stream, which is usually my non-member stream. And then after that, I will try to go to sleep again. Usually at this point, I will say that it's like 3 in the afternoon. And most days I have work at 9. So I'm trying to get like 5 hours of sleep in. But I don't always immediately go back to sleep, as I'll usually try to go to Twitter, or I'll try to otherwise engage and maintain my social relationships. And usually I'll chat sometimes in the members only group as well, so that you guys don't forget my face, because I don't want you to. And that's not including time that I'll spend trying to cook or eat something, because I usually do try to take 30 minutes to cook and eat, and then like 15 minutes to shower, and I shower twice a day, and then I have to feed my cats and stuff. And finally, at around like 4, I want to say 4 or 5, I'll crash out until 8, and then I have to get up at 8. Speaking of 8, it's actually almost time for me to go. I'll get up at 8, and I'll take a shower, and then I'll get ready to go to work. So it's not the most busy day. Like, I have a friend and her day is like 4 to 5 hours of recording. Then she goes and she's collabing and doing meet and greets, and she's then like, she'll get a couple of hours sleep in, and then she has a stream. Oh, and I do also forget that I have to interject. I try to get in like 4 sessions of pumping, even though I'm supposed to get in 8. Or vilking, as we like to say. I try to get in 4 sections of vilking. So I don't have a busy day like she does, because I genuinely think that there are days where I'll see her come online at like 10 and then go offline at like 11, and she's like a bigger VTuber than me, obviously. Hello. Hi. But for me, my schedule is definitely packed, because at the end of all that, I do still have like an 8-hour work day, and then I get off work and I try to do it all again. And this is presuming nothing stops me. Top 3 gamers and top 3 audiobooks. Are you asking me who I think are the best gamers in the world? Because that's a difficult choice. If you're asking me gamers who I watch, then that's also a difficult choice because I don't have time to watch those anymore. 9 to 6 sounds deadly. It's just a 9 to 5, but plus an hour. I don't get an hour for lunch or anything. I just have perpetually late coworkers. Top 3 audiobooks, though. I can answer that. Recently, I read Unwind by Neil Shusterman. I think I read that like last month, and that one was pretty good. I also recently read. Hold on. I'm gonna blank stare at you for a second, cause let me open my Audible. A car. Okay, so in my top 3, I obviously have to include my favorite book, which is Perfume: The Story of a Murderer by Patrick Suskind. Don't use the didn't even censor it. Goodbye night, honk honk. I didn't do it right. Honk honk. Goodbye. Mwah. Sleep well. I'll keep it short for the short stream. Aw, sweet. Don't use that word. Anyways, yeah. I'll make sure to censor it next time. And then I loved Unwind, which I recently listened to. And then I don't know if I liked that as much. You know what? I'll have to go with probably another Neil Shusterman book, which is Scythe, because I like the narrator's voice for those books. I also think that they're good. Those are also the books that I've listened to that were pretty, I think, good most recently. Of course, there are some other ones I've listened to, but those ones really clicked with me. Like, I just love dystopian. That's it. I'm just such a dystopian biased like person. Other than that, I did also engage with quite a couple of horror books that I just thought were pretty interesting. Like, for example, in high school I read Slice of Cherry, and then I finally got around to listening to the audiobook. So and Slice of Cherry is not the book that you think it is. Like, it's very graphic depictions of almost weird surrealist horror in which these two twins find like a fae space, but they're sadistic murderers, but they only murder bad people, so it's okay. Like, they murder a pervert and then cut off the pervert's ear, and then the ear grows fruit from the ground. So it was a book. I read a book. Anyways, yeah, that's what I've been up to. It's not a lot. Anyways, oh right, after I got back from the store, I went back to editing a little bit more, and I only got another minute in before it was like 2 o'clock almost. I feel like that was a very tedious minute though. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to edit out a very specific sound. It's a very stupid, like, I think I made like a sound and it just sounded really stupid. So I spent a whole minute trying to figure out how to edit it out without changing the flow of the audio. And I finally figured that out. So I got around 3 or 4 minutes in. That indeed does sound like a book. It was a book. I got 3 or 4 minutes in, and then I reached the conclusion, the point where I decided that, I probably wasn't gonna finish today. And at that point, that's right around when there we go. That's around when I dropped the a statement saying, I'm not getting the audio out today. I'll definitely get it out by Monday, but I'm just not getting it out today, and I'm sorry. And then I worked on it I was 3 minutes in, and then I worked on it for another hour or so, making a grand total of 4 minutes in. Well, somewhere like that. I think I'm at like 4:10, and out of 10 minutes, by the way. Out of 10 minutes, by the way. And I'm not entirely sure. I just won't re-record it because that was. I don't want to do this anymore. Right. I went to sleep after that because it was already 3:30, and I kind of had to get some sleep because I was planning to stream at 5. I slept through my 5 o'clock stream because I at this point, keeping track that I did not get any sleep yet. So I slept, and I accidentally slept until 6:17, I want to say. And then I went to do my laundry, which I have to go put in the dryer now. And at around 7 o'clock, I was getting set up for stream. Well, it's 6:50 technically. I started getting ready for stream. And, oh, man. Around 6:50, I started getting ready for stream. And it took me longer than expected because I went looking for my cables. Which they were unplugged. They were unplugged for the express purpose of not damaging them after recording. I was having it right. And then I plugged all my cables in. I started up the stream, and at around 7:15 I started streaming, and I've been here. So I did things today, as you can see, mainly a lot of editing, but it's been a long day, and I still feel like I'm very, very behind. I feel like it's a vicious cycle every time I fall behind, because I fall behind and then I feel bad for falling behind, like very, very bad. Like I'm like, people are going to hate me for this bad, and it makes me paranoid, and it stresses me out, and then I get demotivated, and then it makes catching up even harder. So it's a very vicious cycle, I feel, because I don't know, I don't want you guys to be upset with me for not uploading, but at the same time, the circumstances of whatever sets me back makes it impossible to upload at the time, unless I put out just pure slop, and I don't want to put out pure slop. That is, I never want someone to look at my audio and go, oh wow, this person is just making audio just to make audio, because I make audio because I love audio, but then I put time constraints on it and I get stressed out by those. We still love you, I know, but then I wake up one day and I'm like, they're gonna hate me. Today is the day they're going to be like, Vynn is not worth my time, and then stop watching me, and that would genuinely break my heart so bad. It does break my heart. Makes me think of the amazing remix of Shot. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, but yeah. And other than that, I am still gonna stream Needy Streamer Overload. It's probably gonna be on Sunday though. Sunday is another day that I'm off. I didn't schedule myself to not stream that day though, because it was important to me that I spent one of my days off with you guys. If you don't know, I do spend generally one of my days off with you guys every week, even on days where I don't stream, or the days where I like impromptu stream. Usually it's set on my days off, if you were wondering, because I genuinely do miss you guys. Like, not streaming for 2 days in a row is very, very difficult for me, because then things happen and I'm like, oh my god, I kind of want to talk to Chad about that. Oh my gosh, I want to tell him about that, but I'm ditzy, and I will forget. That's not even a title I'm like levying on myself. Like, I'm intelligent. I'm just scatterbrained and airheaded occasionally. Ah, sorry. I feel also especially bad that the first year of my being a VTuber, I just did not make any sort of like streaming or content outside of like TikTok. um, but yeah, so I do genuinely like just do it. Yesterday you said it would be tomorrow. Oh yeah. I don't know. I as my setup improves, I want to put out high quality work for you guys. I genuinely want to put out high quality work. That's good, and you guys are like, yeah, this is definitely a person worth following. But I feel like I never have the time or energy to put out the quality of work I wanted to do. For example, I do. No, I'm gonna keep that a secret in case I can do it. Anyways, but yeah, the short chat is unfortunately over. The short app is unfortunately over because I had to go get my laundry and put them in the dryer, which takes 45 minutes to dry. And I had to take a shower to get ready for work because I do have work tonight at 9 o'clock. Hold on. Yeah, that's my face. Okay. Yeah, today is Friday, the 22nd of August, 2025, and Vynn has work at 9 p.m. So, I definitely have to go now because it is 8:07 p.m. and I told you to enter the S word. You can come take a shower with me. It's okay. I'll bathe you. Scrub it up. Shh. Why? You don't want to get in the shower with me? Come here. Like a siren luring you to your death. I'm like, come get in the shower with me, honey. Come get in the shower with me. Also, somebody hated the way I said the word honey. I don't really know how to describe it. That's how I say the word honey in general. It's separated into two syllables for me. It's like honey, which is apparently like I think another language way of saying honey. I think that's the only reason I like saying it like that. So, congratulations, Vynn. The Gregorithm incentivized slop, and it's sad. The Gorgorithm incentivizes slop, and it's sad. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna talk about the algorithm. As long as you guys can see my content, I'm pretty happy. I can live my whole life being a small VTuber and a, I guess, decent sized ASMR creator, so long as you guys like my content. But if you guys didn't like it, I think I would not be able to sleep at night. I would be up all night being like, oh, what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? So it's okay. As long as you guys like me, that's all I really need. Anyways, I love you. Mwah. Don't forget to have a meal. Mwah. I appreciate you being here. Here, let's have a toast. Let's have a toast to me not dying from being sick. Okay. Oh, what? Ah! Chat, are you okay? Ready? Think. The poison's in your glass, by the way. I think I let this tea sit too long. It's very astringent. You guys didn't think I was drinking again, right? Drinking tea. I think my tea we're fine, just a little clumsy. bold of you to think that I didn't dink you in the head. My fault, guys. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you next time. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming to my Vynn talk. I'll give you a kiss here. Mwah. A kiss on the other cheek. Mwah. And bye bye, bye bye, bye. I love you, honey. Bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have a whole ending string that I'm supposed to be using. Okay, bye.